Hi everyone, I've decided to work on art journal prompts today. Both art journal prompts and mixed media morsels have got a stencil theme going on, and I've been playing around with my stencils today, hence my inky fingers. This I think is art journal prompts number 32 stencils. I work on a piece of mixed media paper for this one because of course I'm using Dylusions ink sprays and they're quite wet, and the paper in my journal is very thin, so I decided to work on mixed media paper and glue it in afterwards. The materials I'm using are Dylusions ink sprays in a variety of different colours, some StazOn inks, the pads in variety of colours, and of course a mixture of stencils. Hope you enjoy. So this is the Calypso teal. Now my focal image is going to go in the middle, so I'm going to try and keep it fairly light in that area there. I'm dabbing off with the other side of the stencil as well. Dab off as much of this paint as we can so that we don't waste any. And then I'm going to grab a piece of kitchen roll to dry in between layers. There we are. And then I'm going to add a bit more of this in the centre with some yellow, so having my lighter colour in the middle where I want my focal image to go. I've got some green on there too from another project, but that's fine. There we are. And then what do I want to use next? We'll keep with the diamond theme. I'm going to add some of the fresh lime. Dab off all of this extra paint. Just building up layers here. And then I'm going to bring in some of my StazOn ink pads. In fact, I think I'll have, here we go, we'll use the StazOn in the teal blue, and I'm going to use this Dylusions stencil here. Let me just find an ink pad. Here we go, that one will do, with similar colours on it. That'll do fine. Now be careful when you're doing this that you don't introduce too many colours, and of course you've got to contrast as well with your focal image. So my focal image is going to be pink, so I'm using greens and yellows for my background so that when I put my focal image on it will pop. Enough of that, and then I just want to bring in, I've got a cross stencil somewhere, here we go, and I'm going to use some royal purple for a pop of colour with that. Where do I want them? Again, sort of leaving space for my focal image. I'm going to have some on the side here. Yes, I like that. So just trying to add some interest and layers here. And then I think I'll have some more smaller ones down the bottom. I think I might add some more. In fact, I've got this little stencil here. I think I might add some different sizes, some smaller dots as well. There we go. Add a few here too, and I think I'm going to leave it at that. Right, so my focal image, I'm using this stencil here, and I got this in one of the craft magazines, and I just think that's really pretty. I've used it quite a lot, and what I want to do is I want to use some modelling paste. Right, I've got some of the Galleria modelling paste here, so I'm going to put some of some of this. I don't think I'll need very much onto my palette. When you're adding colour, try to not to add too much, because of course you don't want to waste it, and because you've coloured it you can't pour it back in. And then I want to add some dilutions. I don't want modelling paste in that, so let me just find a clean one. And I'm using my gunky one because of course some of you will remember that mine went all thick and lumpy, and Ranger sent me a brand new one, which was really good. So I had to send a photocopy of that one that had gone all horrid, and they very quickly, within a week, had sent me a new one in the post. So that was fantastic. I'm really impressed with their customer service. Right, okay, so let's just move this to one side. Whoops, bring my piece of paper back. So I want my image to go about there. There we are. So let's stencil this through. And yeah, just the right amount of modelling paste. Just carefully lift this up. There we go, that's pretty. And then I'm going to clean up. You need to clean your stencil straight away when you're using modelling paste, otherwise it'll just set rock hard and you'll never get it off. What I'm going to do first though is move that out of the way, and seeing as I've got a bit left, I might as well stencil it onto here so that I can use it. I can cut it out and use it for something else. Shame to waste it. There we go. So at least now I can use that in another project. So let me go and clear up and then I'll come straight back. Right, okay, I've dried my modelling paste with my heat tool now, and I'm using some olive green StazOn for my stem. So let's just try and, in fact I don't need to match it up, I'm quite happy for it to go where I want it. So hang on, let's dip a sponge in and create our stem and some leaves. Well, Sam's busy trying to sort out sleepovers and things. He wanted to have some friends over here tonight, but because it's exam results tomorrow, we've said no. So he's going to go over for a sleepover at his friend's house instead, and have the boys over here next week. I just want to make that a bit longer as well. So let's just reposition that. There we go. And I think that looks really pretty. So I'm just going to give this another dry again so that I can come back, do something with my border, and add some doodling as well. So right, bear with me. That's dry enough now for me to doodle on, and I'm just going to grab my Staedtler pigment liner, and I just want to add some doodles around the edge, scribbly lines like this. But I'm going to go off camera and do this because I need to get up close and I can't see what I'm doing, but that's how I'm doing it, and then I'll come back. Right, that's how it's looking so far, and I just want to add some StazOn in fuchsia just to tie some pink in somewhere as well, just to sort of try and help it on its way. So I think I'm going to add some up here somewhere, and again I'm going to overlap because I think overlapping looks nice. And I think I'll add a little bit down here too. See, that looks better already. And then we can have maybe, no, I think I'm going to leave it at that. In fact, what I shall do, let's add some of the crosses as well. Where do I want the crosses to go? I think I'll add a couple here. Yeah, that's better. There we go. And then we can add some over here too, some of the smaller ones. That's much better. And then I want to add a quote. So let's have a look. I've got my Tim Holtz Small Talk. And let's have a look. Do what you love, love what you do. That's what we'll have. And I think I'm going to have this down here somewhere. So I'm just going to grab my small scissors and cut that in half. There we are. Let's trim the end off so that it's, whoops a daisy, that wasn't very straight. Trim this end too. Sorry, I'm off camera for this bit. I'm just trimming the ends so that it's symmetrical. Do what you love. Love what you do. And then I'm just going to add some scribbly lines around that. In fact, I'm going to use a slightly thicker pen for that. This pen's running out. There we go, and then I'm going to ink around the edges. I'm going to use purple for that. Here's my finished page and it's glued into my journal now. What have I done? I've added a bit of doodling. I've also added some more stenciling as well, just to balance things out a little bit more. I think I added a few crosses here and a few there. I've added some white Posca paint pens, some dots and some little hashtags, hashes just on the leaves. I've inked around the edge and glued it into my book, and then I've also inked around the edge of the page itself, and that's it. So if you liked it, hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon.